The heavy stone hovered in the air, its gravitational weight forcing a spasm of agony upon Crane. As the relic finally fell with a resounding bang, the atmosphere in the hall grew heavy with the weight of the T.O.E.P. meeting, signaling the beginning of a desperate search for the ancient descendants. Cavian stood, his icy command cutting through the chaotic bickering of elite assassins and killers. The society was in an uproar. Everyone fought for the privilege of hunting the ancient guardians, seeing it as the ultimate path to historical glory. The room became a cacophony of greed. Each faction, from the Jaguar killers to the Silver assassins, clamored to be the ones assigned, for they knew the power contained within the Holy Core was the key to ascending the ranks of Morgany. Cavian's voice echoed with cold authority through the megaphone. He declared that only the Class 1, Rank 4 members would choose the teams, forcing the crowd into a tense, uneasy silence as they waited for the judgment to fall in 4 days' time. Zane and the council began drafting their plans. They knew that logistics were a nightmare. Months at sea, brutal winters, and unpredictable storms awaited their assassins on the journey to distant lands like Tenola. In the vibrant city of Baymard, the sun climbed high, painting the streets with the warmth of a peaceful summer morning. People bustled about, unaware that the darkness of Morgany was gathering its forces across the sea. On the train, Cyprian and his fellow commuters marveled at the Baymardian newspaper. Detailed weather alerts and emergency warnings were unheard of in other empires, yet here, they were provided with a transparency that felt almost miraculous. Anxious to make his parent-teacher conference, Cyprian sprinted through the station. To a man from Ramain, the technological marvels of Baymard were not just infrastructure. They were signs of a heavenly empire. The school was a fortress of knowledge. Cyprian straightened his suit, his heart pounding in his chest. He was here for his children, Maj and Maggie, determined to prove himself as a present and doting father. A teacher addressed the crowd of guardians. His charm was magnetic. Even the most influential noble breeds in the crowd felt a sudden, subconscious respect for his poise and educational mastery. Cyprian found a kindred spirit in Frodo, another parent from Ramain. As they walked toward the elementary sector, their nerves began to dissolve, replaced by a shared wonder at the sheer scale of the institution. The conference began, and parents received detailed booklets outlining their children's progress. The sheer depth of the assessment, covering physical training, academic theory, and character development, left many of the guardians in stunned silence. Cyprian pored over the results. His daughter, despite being a chatterbox, was excelling in ways he never thought possible. The school's analysis was a treasure map of his children's future, far beyond anything his homeland could ever offer. The day ended with laughter and warmth. As the city settled, Cyprian felt a profound sense of peace, believing his children were in the best hands possible. But unseen by the peaceful families, darkness was already encroaching. Under the cover of a calm summer night, the Morgany fleet sailed toward Baymard. 250 galleys carved a path through the black water, their crews sharpening weapons in eerie, disciplined silence. The legendary Red Beard, the Red Devil of the Seas, walked among his men. To them he was a mythical beast, a man whose stare could trap souls. He sought revenge for Knopline, and he would have it. The commanders gathered. Marcus Perquo and Benvolio Higgins awaited the Red Devil's presence. They finalized their strike plan, hit the coastal districts hard, seized the walls, and turned Baymard into a slaughterhouse by dawn. The peace was shattered. Lieutenant Jonah watched the heat vision telescope as the massive fleet emerged from the dark. With a primal yell, he struck the emergency button, flooding the Coast Guard network with the alert of an invasion. Admirals Gary and Trey moved with the speed of thunder. They mobilized the entire Navy and Coast Guard, ordering a total lockdown of the capital. The invasion had begun, and the odds were stacked dangerously high against them. Lucius was ripped from his sleep. In a blur of movement, he dressed and left a note for his wife, his heart heavy with the weight of the coming conflict, yet burning with the singular need to defend his people. The streets of Baymard transformed. Police lines stood firm, holding the boundary between the coastal war zone and the heart of the city. The city held its breath as the sirens began to wail across every district. Beneath the black waves, Baymard's secret defense emerged. Submarines moved like silent sharks, positioning themselves to strike the pirate ships from beneath. The counterattack was perfectly orchestrated, and the enemy was entirely unaware. Within the dark belly of the pirate galleys, chaos erupted in silence. Dennis and her marines moved like specters, using fog and precision strikes to dismantle the enemy's leadership, one bullet at a time. Above the waves, the sky rained death. Baymardian soldiers dropped from hot air balloons, their parachutes acting as wings, turning the deck of the pirate galleys into a frantic killing field. Redbeard dove into the freezing water, intent on scouting the defenses himself. His heart screamed warnings, but his ego and his gluttonous greed for the Baymardian technology drove him forward toward the sandy shore. He reached the first guard post. Seeing the guards inside ostensibly drinking and sleeping, Redbeard felt his earlier dread wash away, replaced by the dangerous arrogance of a predator who thought he had outsmarted his prey. Lieutenant Wayne watched from within the doomsday locker. The morgues were advancing, unknowingly walking into a death trap designed to tear them to pieces. The order was given, prepare to engage. The doomsday lockers roared to life. Machine gun fire ripped through the ranks of the charging morgues. It was not a battle, it was a total slaughter, and the sand of the coastal district turned crimson. Redbeard stood amidst the carnage, his mind failing to comprehend the sheer scale of the destruction. His pride was shattered, yet his greed grew deeper. He was determined to steal the secrets of these weapons, no matter the cost.